All right.
Okay, here we go. Here we are.
I thought we were going to say the same thing.
No, that would have been bad.
Keen as mustard.
Keen as
Our
mustard.
first episode.
Episode.
We're calling it New Mexicago,
Yeah.
which is super clever that James came up with.
Just in the middle of traffic. That's where.
It was pretty great.
Yeah. We originally had a different name for this and discovered right as we were about to do this that it was already taken when we were trying to make an email. We were trying to make an account. So we just spent another 3 hours after that trying to come up with this new name. And this is where we landed.
Yeah. An idiom. That means unapologetic and enthusiastic. That's what keen as mustard means.
Mm-hmm.
So, never heard it before. Must be a really old thing.
Yeah, I've never heard of it either.
We even got this nice ass microphone, and we got a laptop for this, and right in the middle of a crisis. Pretty great.
Yeah. We chose a great time to do something like this, honestly, because that's just how things always work out for us.
Mm-hmm. It's spur of the moment, but in the middle of the world shutting down, we're like, you know what? But at least we can make a podcast. Our first ever podcast.
That's actually exactly how we got here to Chicago. Was just a spur of the moment decision.
Yeah, but nothing like this was happening, so.
No, it's a little bit different. But I'm James.
And I am Kira.
Probably should have mentioned that by now.
Yeah, well, I already said your name, but
Oh,
I did.
damn.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
This is James, and I'm the leader of this.
Oh, we're originally from New Mexico.
Hence the name.
Yeah. I'm from a smaller town in New Mexico called Silver City. I only lived there for like the first 10 years of my life. So I basically consider Las Cruces, not Las Cruces, Las Cruces my home because that's where I grew up the most.
Yeah, you can't really claim Silver City anyway because, I mean, it's silver, so
Yeah.
there's a lot of things going
If
on.
you're from New Mexico and you've heard anything about Silver City, you'll get it.
If you're from Cruces, you know exactly what we're talking about. Same thing with like Demmer? Deming. So, not Demmer.
Deming and Denver
And
put together.
Alamogordo, and I mean, I guess we're just shitting on those places right now, so.
Oh, man.
No,
what a
but
great start.
I'm from Las Cruces, born and raised, and we're currently living in Chicago. We've been here for almost 2 years, so.
Yeah. And right now is a crazy time.
Aren't we so lucky to be here?
Yeah. You know, if you would have asked me that, if I felt like I was lucky to be here, like a couple months ago, I would have said yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But lately it doesn't feel that way.
No.
Obviously, this is being recorded like the day of the whole state basically sheltering in place because of the coronavirus.
Yep.
Which is just crazy that this virus that was totally underestimated just shut down the whole world, basically.
Yeah. I mean, our jobs, we work together, but it's a window factory, and they didn't shut down. So we still have jobs, but we can't apply for unemployment, so I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
We're not exactly lucky to live here, but we have established ourselves here, so, and we were going to leave, but we didn't, so now we're here in Chicago.
Yeah.
We're in Cook County, where there are a lot of cases, and everyone knows what's happening right now, and I don't think we need to, like...
we don't need to go super
No.
deep into it, because I'm sure everyone's tired of hearing it by now.
I mean, that sounds a little insensitive, but...
No.
I'm
not trying to be insensitive, but, you know, I'm sure that everyone would like to hear more
Something.
positive things going on.
Well, we're making a podcast, so we wanted to be... I thought, let's be productive, and let's just go for it. I mean, we bought this mic last week,
Mm-hmm.
and then we just had it sitting there, and...
Yeah. First we thought we could do the podcast on our phone.
Yes.
So we bought this mic thinking that it could hook up to our phone.
No.
Bought this, like we struggled for like 30 minutes, like 30 minutes.
40 minutes?
In the store, trying to find a connection.
Much longer.
To our phone. And then in the end, we were just like, okay, if this doesn't work, then I don't know what we're going to do.
Yeah, and there was 2 workers that asked us like what we're trying to get at, and they both just did not understand what we were trying to do. And there was a mic that we were gonna get, and it was like $119 for it to hook up to our phone and for us to record it on our phone because we didn't have a laptop. But if we're gonna spend that kind of money, we just got a really nice microphone instead, and then we got a laptop. So plus James likes to do music, so it's kind of like a 2 birds, 1 stone kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've definitely been wanting to get a mic since basically like the whole time I've known you.
Pretty much.
And even before then. But yeah, I mean, aside from everything that's going on, I do feel very grateful to be here in Chicago because it's a really great place. I think there's a lot of great things going on in Chicago if you don't look at the bad side.
Yeah, it's definitely hyped up with the crimes and all that, but everywhere has crimes. It's just, I don't know, where we live is fine.
Yeah, I mean, we live in a mostly Hispanic neighborhood, which honestly feels like home. Yeah, it feels like home. It's very comforting to be in a neighborhood like this, where as other people would probably feel very uncomfortable.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, they call it the jungle.
Yeah, it doesn't have a great history.
No.
But
are we giving everyone our location?
We just did.
Whatever.
Oh, well. You guys can't find us.
I mean, we're going to be leaving soon, so joke's on you, but...
But, yeah.
Yeah, so that's us. I mean, in a nutshell, there's so much to us, but we have been together for 3.5 years now.
Yeah.
We're coming up 2 years in Chicago, so we've lived in Chicago longer than we lived in Cruces together, which is just insane.
Yeah, because I still feel like, well, I don't know, maybe I feel different now, but at first I felt like most of my memories of us was originally in Cruces.
Right.
But now there's just like, it's just kind of all over the place.
A little bit. Plus, me and James actually went to Cruces in December, and we drove all the way there with our brand new spanking car, and it was 1,400 miles, something like that.
Yeah.
And so we went cross country. Where was it going with this?
You're just telling them about our road trip.
I know. Oh, well, the whole memories to all of that kind of blends in, especially the trip there and back. I can't really remember too much. Like, it just doesn't... I mean, I remember, like, Nebraska, and I remember Denver, but we didn't go through Denver and Nebraska when we went back home from Chicago, so it's...
I know something that you definitely could never forget. Wichita, Kansas.
Why?
Because I lost my wallet.
Oh, my God.
So,
I don't want to talk about it.
I'm going to tell it. I'm going to tell it anyways.
I'm, like...
She's going to get...
immediately triggered by that.
She's triggered already.
When you said Wichita, I thought you meant like we went to Subway and we talked to that really nice guy, Dalton, and we're like, you're like one of the nicest people that we met like on this whole journey. Like, we're almost home, and like Kansas just seems like so nice, and
no.
We've never been to Kansas, and he's like, oh well, I don't know, he's just really nice. Thanks. Yeah. Shout out to Dalton at Subway in Wichita, Kansas. Thank you.
Oh my God. Hopefully one day he hears this. I don't know.
Wishful thinking for sure.
Yeah. Anyways, of course, we drove from Chicago to Kansas City, Missouri.
How long is that?
I don't even remember how long that was.
I think that was 9-10 hours.
Yeah, it was something like that. I thought I could keep going all the way to Wichita, and I just couldn't. So we fell asleep in a Walmart parking lot,
which is actually illegal. I looked it up after the fact. you're not supposed to do that. Anyway,
but
we broke the law. It's fine.
Yeah.
We're young.
It was freezing.
Mm-hmm. It was bad.
I don't know what we were thinking, but it was freezing.
What we were thinking is we needed sleep.
Yeah, we should have just paid for a hotel.
We should have.
Yeah, but
where were we? What was it called?
It was remember. Like right outside of Kansas City. It was called Gardner. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were just super dazed from this long drive and fell asleep. And then the next morning, just went, got coffee just to keep going on the road. And we get to basically Wichita, Kansas, and we have to go through a pole. Not a pole. A pole. A toll. And
a pole.
You need your...
We have to vote here.
We have to vote to keep going. Anyways, I needed my wallet because we had to pay and could not find my wallet. We were holding up the line.
Yes.
And then some nice lady, of course, just came and paid for us. That way we could keep going.
Either she was super nice or she saw that, either these people are not going to pay and I'm going to be stuck here forever. Like, she probably had somewhere to go.
Yeah.
Because it was a Saturday, no? Was it Saturday?
I think it was a Saturday.
Anyway, she was super nice. Shout out to the lady at the toll booth for the $5.
Lots of shout outs today.
Oh, well, she saved us. And then I had a full-blown panic attack.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to kill you.
I was basically dead. And
I died with that wallet.
I mean, obviously, long story short, it was in my jacket the whole time. I forgot that I was wearing 2 jackets because of how cold it was when we were sleeping.
Yeah, you gotta layer up and then leave all your shit in the second jacket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was great, and then we kept going.
Yeah.
Because I had just thought we couldn't do anything. We couldn't fly. We couldn't get gas. I mean, unless they had Apple Pay, and then we couldn't even drive. We don't have our license. Everything important was in that. Our cash, like everything.
Both of our IDs.
That's what I just said.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So we can't drive. We don't have our license.
Oh, I mean, yeah, the worst part was I didn't even have a license to begin with. Remember? I tried to get my license.
You had your permit.
Yeah.
Don't make it sound like you're completely illegal. Like,
I mean, I basically was.
In some states. We don't know which states, though. We didn't look it up, and we risked it all.
Yep. Just tried to get home.
I drove for 5 hours, maybe, total.
Yeah.
That whole,
there and back. You didn't drive at all on the way back.
Drive back, no.
So, yeah, we trucked it through. But I will say, if nobody listening has ever drove across country, just do it. I think it was great.
Not at nighttime, though. I really, really hated the night. And it's not even it wasn't our fault that, I don't know, it was just something about the windshield. Maybe we need some gloss on it or something, like a protector from the glares. But it was really bad at night. I hated it.
Definitely avoid driving at night. But if you get a chance, just pick somewhere on the other side of the country and just go.
And also don't drive on a 2-way highway. Pretty much the whole way.
Yeah.
That was literally the worst. I thought every car was going to just smash into us.
And of course, the semis just don't care about anybody on the road.
And there's people passing all the time. And oh my God, it was just, it was really bad, but it was really fun. I mean, once we hit New Mexico, we both just felt like that West Virginia song.
Oh, good.
Even though it wasn't. It's New Mexico. And we found out that New Mexico has windmills too, on the, which direction? We were coming from the south side, right? Or north side?
We're coming from the northeast side of New Mexico.
We stopped in Santa Rosa. And Santa Rosa we had never been to before, so that was interesting. Didn't seem like much. Remember that city before it? That was really weird. I don't even remember what that was called.
I think it might have been Tucumcari or in between. It was some small town, and it was completely abandoned.
It was a ghost town. Anyway, we found out over there's some windmills, and I just had no living in a small town where there's like no wind power. Like we didn't have wind power. What does that even mean? Like there's solar power, right? People's got that. People's got that.
People's got that.
They've got it on
They
there.
got it real good.
It's on every roof.
Couldn't walk by a roof without seeing that real good solar power.
Y'all got to get that solar power, you know what I mean? Anyway, windmills are huge, so that was crazy. We saw one being transported via semi.
Oh my god, you said via.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Unironically.
okay.
How old am I?
That's where we're at.
What? What's so bad about saying via?
I've never, like, maybe less than 5 times in my whole life has somebody said via this, via that.
Whatever.
Okay, but yeah, we saw one being transported.
It was longer than a semi, and it was
Yeah.
giant.
Yeah, I think that was like one of the highlights for you, for sure, because oh my god, you want to tell them about whenever you thought we were being invaded?
Oh yeah. Well, again, small town. No, like the farthest I ever traveled was San Antonio when I was like 13, 14. So I had never been out of Cruces ever. And so going across the country, where was that? Was that?
It was in Iowa.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was nighttime. Love the nighttime driving. It's great. But there was windmills and
Like hundreds of them.
I can't even fathom how many there were. But it was nighttime, so you couldn't see them at all. You just saw the circle on the center of them beeping?
Bleeping? Bleeping? That
Blinking?
works?
Blinking.
Okay.
Blinking red. And they were all synchronized. All synchronized. And they were giant red. Oh my god, just going over a hill and there's more. It's all around you. It looks like a sea of blinking red lights. And it was the scariest thing.
Just imagine driving in a wasteland of nothing. Just
Nothing.
pitch black.
It was like space.
And then you drive over a hill and there's hundreds of red flashing lights.
Thought they were aliens. And I was freaked out. I tried to record it. It did not capture it very well whatsoever. There's a plane.
And we both have this thing.
This thing?
No, we both have this thing
Oh, okay.
where
It's like a
when
disease. We both
something
have a
really
sing.
bad is happening, like a situation where we should react,
Yeah.
we just don't.
We just freeze.
We just go quiet and we just keep going forward. No questions asked
No,
until
we're-
after it's over.
We really are a deer in headlights, right?
That's us, definitely.
I mean, it's like we're processing it and debating whether or not is this worth my enthusiastic reaction. That's what I was going for. That's not what I meant.
I don't know.
But yes, reaction. Is this worth my reaction or not? I don't. Usually no.
Yeah, usually
It's like, well, if
we're
I
like-
die here, I die here.
Usually we talk about it afterwards and we're like, yeah, we could have died, but we didn't do anything about it.
It was pretty great. I mean, Iowa's beautiful. Iowa was great. And
Yes, it was very beautiful.
I love how we're just talking about our trip is because no one had the real time to ask us all the details.
Yeah, we like to talk about something like whenever we go to a concert or when we do something whenever we do something really fun, we like to have some time to really talk about it afterwards. And
Yeah, like a good old married couple.
yeah, and this time, this honestly feels like the first time we're really getting able to. I cannot.
Who are you?
I can't English today.
Don't speak too good. It's that solar panels frying your brain.
Yeah, freaking New Mexico, man.
Oh man.
Tainted me with their solar panels.
What's over here? I wonder if there's wind power over here. Wind
They're
power.
powered by
That
the
would make
prairies.
sense. By the prairie.
But yeah, we usually talk about stuff, and it feels like the first time that we are able to talk about this
Processing it.
since it happened, which was like 3 months ago.
Sounds healthy. Let's process everything months later.
Mm-hmm.
It's 3 months ago
Yeah.
since we got home. We
3
got
months
home
ago.
January 3rd, and that was a Saturday. We stayed in all day Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
and then we went right back to work. And it was like the trippiest thing ever. Like, just to be, I don't know, it just went so fast.
Just felt like the blink of an eye. Like that we were leaving. We got told that we were gonna leave a day early from work, so we just packed up everything. I mean, we basically had it all packed up.
Yeah.
Just came home, said goodbye to your brother, and then left, just in pure excitement and shock.
Yeah, we were sitting in the car like, do we go now?
Yeah.
Because we always had a parent to like make that decision, like, oh, let's go now. And we were both sitting at like just looking at each other and looking at the road like, do we start the car now? Do we go now?
Are we, like, we're about to leave cross country. Are we really going to do this?
And then James gets a ticket literally like 5 miles away from our house here,
Yeah.
turning right on red because it didn't do a full stop. So that was great to
Yeah.
come back to. That was $100 ticket.
I was very nervous on that drive.
Yeah, I think like 2 hours in, I was like, are we really up for this right now? Like, this is like 24 hours of driving,
Yeah.
but lots of gas stations, and I don't know, just a really good time. We tried to listen to podcasts. That didn't work.
Mm-mm.
No, we didn't listen to podcasts. Yeah.
We were just too caught up in the moment. We wanted to, at least I wanted to process everything that was happening. I didn't want to just be listening to something and kind of like distracting me
Yeah,
from what's going
definitely.
on around me.
Yeah, you could space out. That wouldn't be good.
Yeah. But, I mean, Cruces was great, and the way back feels definitely kind of like a blur.
The way back, I mostly remember Denver because we stopped there and we thought we got a good hotel. And not that it was a bad hotel, it's just that it seems like it was in a bad area because we've never been to Denver ever.
Yeah.
And that's like our only memory of Denver now,
Mm-hmm.
is that like at 10, 11 o'clock, already like asleep, right? I was asleep. And
No, you know what? It was actually a lot
later?
later than you think. I think it was like 3 a.m.
I felt like I was like 10:30. I know we
Oh.
fell asleep real early.
Yeah.
But anyway, there was just people outside yelling and there was cops and I don't know, some lady in the car was like sitting there and then the other lady's yelling at the lady in the car and the police is just,
Yeah.
what is happening?
I mean, it's just one of the places that you could like just walk around for a couple minutes and you know that you're not really in the safest place.
I mean, it was fine.
Yeah.
And Moo Cow, we actually brought Moo Cow back.
Yeah.
We could only take one cat.
Yeah. So, yeah, for anyone who's wondering who Moo Cow is, she's one of our 5
She's
cats.
my imaginary friend.
Yeah.
One of my, no. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we should have mentioned that. We have 5 cats.
Screw our cats. Yes, we have 5 cats. Well, you alone, you have 4.
Yep.
And I brought my one. Tried to bring another one. He didn't fit in so well, so I gave him to my parents. Anyway, I have Abra. And then you have...
I have Moo Cow,
Yeah.
Stubbs, Beat Skeet.
What's it? It's Bandit.
It's Bandit. But he has many hundreds of nicknames.
Band-Aid.
Band-Aid for sure. And the freaking monster Zuko.
Yes.
Yeah. He's an angry boy 99%
Because
of
he's
the
a
time.
tabby.
Mm-hmm.
Fat tabby. He's very cute, though. And the oldest is Moo Cow, so we brought Moo Cow because she's getting bullied by my cat. You're welcome, Moo Cow. Now she's getting such great treatment. She's just a spoiled little butt.
Yeah. Non-stop asking for attention.
You hear that plane? It's a loud plane.
Yeah. We live like 4 miles from the airport.
Yeah.
So like an airplane comes over at least every 10-20 minutes.
Well, we're almost hitting rush hour for planes, which is like between 8:30 and 9, I've noticed. Almost every day.
Well,
So, whatever. Anyway, we have our cats and we left them home, and saying bye to them was absolutely the worst thing. But we are planning on leaving Chicago soon.
Yep.
After this, whatever happens.
You know what? Whenever this quarantine ends and we can get back to our regular lives enough to get money and move.
Yeah, like I said before, our job did not let us go. So we cannot get unemployment. We have to either go and work and get money and have like potentially get sick, which I'm not about. But they're not counting it against us if we don't go to work. They're not letting us off, and that's fine.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. I'm sure everybody has their opinion on what I just said, but I want to say I'm not too happy about it.
Yeah, I'm not really happy about it either. It seems like just I've learned working for this company for 2 years almost now that they will take every angle they possibly can to give you the least amount of benefits that they can give you.
Yeah. And that's too bad.
Yeah.
And it's, like I said, we work at a window factory and it's non-essential. And, I don't know. I kind of feel like it's on the same boat as when I worked at Dunkin'. Like, they don't really care about you as a person as so much as they just need to make money. They just need to make money. Yeah. So you're literally just a pawn. So it's fine. We'll figure it out. I mean, everything happens for a reason, and we almost went back home from all of this. I got real scared, but I don't know. Things are settling down. Yeah. I guess in my mind they're settling down.
Yeah, I think it was the initial like, oh no, like everything's shutting down. Like everything about this had, like, whether it was blown up by the media, whether it was real or whether it wasn't real, it all felt like almost apocalyptic. Like, right. You see everything is shutting down. The world is shutting down. Like, countries just closing off their borders.
Which was crazy. The travel ban.
Like,
and
nothing.
All those bans had to come back to America.
Yeah.
That's what made it real for me.
Yeah. Like, everything's closing down, and it just was kind of traumatizing. Like,
I mean, the way people were reacting was freaking me out because I'm like, wait, should we also be buying shitloads of toilet paper?
We should.
No, we have enough. And also this shelter in place is kind of loosely saying shelter in place. It's not really like mandatory. I mean, sure it is. I don't know. It's very confusing because he says, yes, you can still, or a governor, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's his name again?
J.B. Pritzker.
Yes. The governor of Illinois told us that we can still go to the pharmacy, still go get food, still go to the grocery store, whatever. So we could still get toilet paper. That's what I'm aiming for. No, we're fine though right now. And we have food and I don't know.
And it kind of made me feel very weird about going, and like, not that we do need it, but like if we did need toilet paper or water or one of the things that people are buying shitloads of, it made me feel self-conscious about buying them because people are looking at us like we're one of the crazy people.
Right. Well, good thing we didn't. We just bought water, and at the grocery store that we go to said one product per customer. Yeah. There's 2 of us, so that means 2 waters, right? Mm-hmm. But no, it doesn't mean that. So we got a case of water, and we got freaking Dasani. Mm-hmm. We never get Dasani.
No.
But that's all they had. I don't know.
Yeah.
But in Chicago, or not Chicago, but Illinois as a state, there's like 700 cases now.
Oh, really? It's that high now?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. So hopefully this will...
Hopefully this blows over.
I mean, hopefully we don't get sick. I feel really bad for everybody who is losing their jobs right now. And I don't know, everybody that's kind of having a hard time processing all this, kind of like myself, that it feels unreal. And it's 2020 and it feels very... Like, in another podcast I was listening to, they said 2020 is a very, like, futuristic number, right? Like, 1996, that sounds... I don't know, historic. What am I looking for? It just sounds normal, but 2020 sounds like there should be robots, which there are.
Yeah.
There are robots, but I don't know. This feels like it was supposed to happen in the worst way.
Yeah.
Like 2020. Oh, what happened in 2020?
Yeah, it's
something
gonna be
big.
one of those years where like it's gonna be nonstop all year, maybe. Not that I want it to be that way. It just feels like it's gonna be one of those things.
I mean, the memes are great. The memes they're up there right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fun. But yeah. I don't know.
And I didn't mean to get lost in the coronavirus again.
Yeah.
It just kind of happened.
It's our right now. It's our now right now.
Yeah, it's just an ongoing situation. It probably will be for a while.
Yeah, me and James have just been playing a lot of games, and we recently just watched Black Summer, which was okay.
And honestly, watching a show like that, kind of
right now,
like in a situation like right now, is kind of just put me in a darker set of mind, I guess.
Yeah.
Headspace. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
No,
but
we definitely weren't in great moods after we were watching it.
Yeah, definitely. Like, for sure, I felt like not. Man, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I felt like I just didn't feel good after watching that. We watched the whole season in one day.
I would give it a 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
And the 5 mostly goes towards the zombies, which were really cool. Mm-hmm. They did a really good job with the zombies, but man, are those some scary zombies.
Yeah, like, those are probably the zombies I don't count Resident Evil anymore. Those are just...
Those aren't zombies.
Those are just,
aliens.
like, basically aliens. They are zombies, but they're basically aliens. But if I was going to say scariest zombies, if I were to give it, like, a rank, I would definitely not want these.
So they're number one?
They're number one, the most zombies.
Yeah, because 28 Days Later is number 2 then.
Yeah.
Because they also run, and they break through glass, and they're crazy.
Yeah. I'll say that if you want to just get, like... If you want to be on your toes the whole time, then the show was good.
Oh, yeah. The suspense factor was perfect. It was great. But also, the character development was shit.
Yeah. Nothing really stood out about any of the characters in the show. It was like anybody could have played those characters, basically.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know why they based it... If you're not going to, like, spoil alert, but... I don't know why they based it on the lady's kid so much. Like, she's got to find her daughter. Like, that was, like, the main thing, right?
Yeah.
But also, let's all go to the stadium.
Yeah, I mean, that's not really a spoiler. They tell you that much just in the trailer.
Yeah, I guess, just a heads up if you do watch it, that's mostly what it's all about. It's like, let's get to the stadium. Let's find my daughter. Like that. People are savages, though, and it really makes you kind of scared, especially right now. I think that's why it hits so hard, because it's like people will literally do anything to stay alive. And so let's buy all the toilet paper so that no one can have let's start looting. Like, that's the scariest thing, I think, and it really showed that people will do anything.
Yeah.
So that's scary. Anyway, and then we watched American Horror Story, the newest one. What was it called again?
1984.
1984.
I know you have plenty to say about that season.
It was awful. I mean, I know I said shit like at least 10 times already, but this was absolute shit. Like, it was the worst season I have ever seen of American Horror Story, and
that's coming from you actually, like, really loving American Horror Story.
I've always loved it, but like, my favorite season, I would say, is probably still the first season. Like, that was the first season that got me, that got everybody. Everyone was like, this is so crazy different. Like, wow. Like, really. And then they used, like, so many different aspects of all these seasons into one season. And I'm just like, you guys are overplaying everything. Like, this is so unoriginal.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say what I already said about it, that the aesthetic of the show was really good. like the 80s feeling.
Yeah, we both love the 80s.
Yeah, the 80s are great. And I mean the slasher vibes, obviously, like it was really good. It's just that
Yeah, and why did they use Richard Ramirez? And why did they base him in California when he was in Texas? He was from El Paso.
Well, he was from El Paso, but he did a lot of his killings in California as well.
See, that's how much I don't care about him. Like, it's just like, and they also used Richard Ramirez already in Hotel.
They did.
Yeah, and they, the same guy that played John Wayne Gacy in the Hotel was the killer in 1984. So I just thought that, I don't know, I just didn't like it.
Yeah, they could have done better. But
he was also the killer clown. That's the same act. They used, I don't know. Like, I understand they're trying to, like, I don't know. You think about all the different characters that, what's her name? Sarah
Paulson.
All the different kinds of characters that she's played. Like, she's kind of different, but also kind of similar. Mm-hmm. I just feel like they're just putting that guy in one category.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was not bad. Not bad. Not good. So bad. Richard Ramirez, that was so cringy.
Yeah, it really was.
Like, they made it out to be like he was some artist of a killer when he wasn't. Like, he wasn't. he literally, like, oh God, it's graphic, but I'm not going to say it, but he wasn't an artist in his killings.
I really didn't like the Satanist approach that they had to him. Like, I know that he was that way and everything.
He did claim to be, yes.
But the way that they had him pronounce Satan, like it was Satan, like Satan.
Yeah,
you know, like they
interesting.
The way they pronunciated it.
It's just really cringeworthy. If you want to watch something to just cringe to and waste 9 hours of your life, there you go. Just gave it to you. You're welcome.
Oh man.
No, but I don't know. We've been playing a lot of games too.
Yeah.
So.
Rocket League, Minecraft.
That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's
back and forth all day between both of those.
We've gotten really good at Rocket League, and oh my God, we were so bad at it before. So we played it at one of your friend's house long time ago.
Yes.
And we sucked at it, and then we played it with another friend, and we also sucked at it. We're like, just give us the time to get better.
But see, like, from the first time we played it, even if we were really bad at it, that game was just really good. It got us. It hooked us in.
It's so fun. It's so stupid when you think of, like, when you're trying to explain it to someone. It's like, yeah, it's soccer with RC cars. Like, what don't you get? It's so fun.
Like, that would definitely, like, especially since I don't play a lot of video games, if you told me that, I'd be like, I don't really want to play it.
But Minecraft has been really fun too. I just built a mansion kind of thing. I don't know. It's like, hello? Is that you?
No, I think that was the table all on its own, just creaking.
Cool. I mean, we're pretty sure that there's a ghost downstairs, which is where we are.
There's something like
something.
I don't know. That's a whole other discussion right now.
No, we don't want to get into it, but I felt something on my back earlier today too, and I'm just like, I don't know if this spirit or whatever have you, I don't think it likes our chairs, because it's always moved our chairs, and it's always moved our dishes when it's dirty, and it's like always moved papers around. I think it just doesn't like clutter. That's all I can say.
It's
like,
really
that's all
hating
really
us right now then.
We're gonna be home, so sorry, dude. Or woman, sorry, I don't know. Oh, but this feels good. I mean, I'm really glad that we're doing the podcast, and
yeah, I was very nervous coming into this. I will give 100% of this credit to you. This was all your idea to do this.
I've always wanted to do a podcast, and I listen to a lot of podcasts, especially when I'm working. And it just seems like, I mean, I didn't do it on purpose to think, oh, let's make a podcast for people to listen to while they're in quarantine. But, I mean, why not now?
Yeah, it worked out that way.
I mean, just like background noise or something to draw to, whatever. I don't know if you feel lonely or whatever. I know that people do like to listen to people talking. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, you introduced me to podcasts, and I didn't even think that I would give it a chance before that.
right.
So, I mean, and I only listen to basically one podcast.
Just one.
Well,
Yeah.
kind of two.
Kind
I
of.
listen to Ear Biscuits, and I listen to HWMF podcast, and obviously Ear Biscuits is my favorite. So I hope that with this podcast that you guys feel the same way that I do when I listen to Ear Biscuits, because
Yeah.
I like just listening to people have good conversations and laugh.
You've seen
and-
that meme that's like when you're listening to a podcast and it's like some kid like eating a bowl of cereal and there's like a poster behind him of people laughing and like they're not real, so he's like laughing with all these people on a poster. Like that's pretty much what it is to listen to a podcast. You're just There's some podcasts that like I'm sure people think I'm crazy at work because I'm just laughing to myself because you can't really see my headphones. I mean, they're Bluetooth, so just tiny little headphones. I don't have AirPods because I'm not a loser.
Just
but
this girl working alone that just burst out in laughter
I
for
am
no
dying.
reason.
Yeah, I listen to Jenna and Julian a lot. I mean, a lot. Like they've got like 200 episodes, so I'm never gonna run out. And then I listen to Ear Biscuits and Hot Dog is a Sandwich recently because they just came out with that one.
Yeah.
So that's really fun. And I was trying other podcasts, but just didn't really have the time to like, I don't know, invest into them. Like I didn't know that. I'm not saying you gotta be famous to.
No.
Like no, it's just I couldn't get into them because I didn't know them as people.
Yeah, I think it definitely helps when you know their personality a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm open to podcasts and I don't know. I hope that everyone's open to podcasts. Because here we are.
Yeah, here we are. I mean, this is the first time, so I'm sure there's going to be some things that we'll probably look back at and we'll be like, damn.
Damn what?
Damn. We should have had a different approach to it, but...
I'm hearing people talk. Is that Devin's
Are you
TV?
schizophrenic?
Yes. Rude.
I'm just kidding.
Is that Devin's TV?
That is. If you can hear that, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's pretty annoying.
But...
We're all in quarantine. Like, give us a break.
Yeah,
Come
we're
on.
all clustered together in this apartment. But yeah, I hope this gives you the good feeling that I get when I listen to Ear Biscuits, because if you know who Rhett and Link are, and you know Good Mythical Morning, you know that they are some of the best people on the planet.
Yeah,
and I love
we
them.
love them a lot. But yeah, I think we're gonna end it here, and thank you for whoever is listening.
Yeah, I mean, if you're still listening, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird to think that we've been talking for this long.
I know. I thought I would be able to process the time better, but...
I mean, the first 10 minutes, I'm like, oh my god, it's only been 10 minutes. But now I'm like, oh my god, we're almost close to an hour, so...
But yeah, I mean, we'll be doing these every week, at least once a week.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah, thank you guys for checking this out, especially if you made it this far.